Hello, welcome you all. Myself Deepmala Meena, Assistant Professor in Physics, Government College, Kota. In last video, we have learnt about pseudo or fictitious force and also rotating frame of reference. In today's lecture, we will discuss about Coriolis force. First, we will discuss about motion relative to Earth. As Earth rotates from west to east about the axis joining north-south of the Earth and takes 24 hours in completing one full rotation. The entire reference frame on the Earth may be taken as rotational reference frame. Although Earth is also revolving around the Sun, but the orbital angular velocity of Earth is negligible in comparison of spin angular velocity of the Earth. Two pseudo forces appears to be acting on the moving particle due to rotational motion of Earth about north-south axis. First, centrifugal force. This force appears to act on all particles which are moving or not. Second is Coriolis force. This force appears to act on the moving particles only. What is Coriolis force now? We will study. The Coriolis force is a fictitious force that acts on the objects that are in motion within a frame of reference that rotates with respect to an inertial frame. In a reference frame with clockwise rotation, the force acts to the left of the motion of the object. In one with anti-clockwise or counterclockwise rotation, the force acts to the right. Deflection of an object due to the Coriolis force is called the Coriolis effect. The Coriolis force is proportional to the rotation rate. The Coriolis force acts in a direction perpendicular to the rotation axis and to the velocity of the body in the rotating frame and is proportional to the object's speed in the rotating frame. In popular, we use the term Coriolis effect. The rotating reference frame implied is almost always the Earth. Because the Earth spins, Earthbound observers need to account for the Coriolis force due to correctly analyze the motion of objects. The Earth completes one rotation per day. So for motion of everyday objects, the Coriolis force is usually quite small compared with other forces. Its effect generally become noticeable only for motions occurring over large distances and long period of time, such as large-scale movement of air in the atmosphere or water in the ocean. Such motions are constrained by surface of the earth, so only the horizontal component of the Coriolis force is generally important. This force causes moving objects on the surface of the earth to be deflected to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere. The Coriolis force exists only when one uses a rotating reference frame. In the rotating frame, it behaves exactly like a real force. An artifact of the Earth's rotation. Once air has been set in motion by the pressure gradient force, it undergoes an apparent deflection from its path, as seen by an observer on the Earth. This apparent deflection is called Coriolis force and is a result of the Earth's rotation. As air moves from high to low pressure in the northern hemisphere, it is deflected to the right by the Coriolis force, and in the southern hemisphere, it is deflected to the left by the Coriolis force. The amount of deflection the air makes is directly related to both the speed at which the air is moving and its latitude. Therefore, slowly blowing winds will be deflected only a small amount, while stronger winds will be deflected more. Likewise, winds blowing closer to the poles will be deflected more than winds at the same speed closer to the equator. The Coriolis force is zero right at the equator. Thanks.